everyone. This is Professor Jeff Wilkerson at Luther College, bringing you once more what to look for in the night sky. This week we're talking about the week of July 12th, 2021. I hope everyone's having a great summer, unless, of course, you're in the Southern Hemisphere, then I hope you're having a great winter. We're going to talk this week about Venus and Mars. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Venus making an appearance in the evening sky. You can go back and look at that video, and I foreshadowed the events that would happen this week. If by foreshadowing you mean I just told you bluntly, straight out, this is what's going to happen. Not exactly the most literary subtlety there. Anyway, this is a great week to start right on the 12th or even on the 11th. If you watch this video before the week of the 12th, if you watch it on the weekend ahead of time, I assume you'll watch it 3 or 4 times then, to kind of watch this through the whole week of what's going on. So Venus, it has been getting a little bit easier to see in the evening sky each night. Hopefully you've been out to look at it, to see the big bright object in the west as the sun sets, and even just a little bit, well, just after sunset, but before it's really dark. So you see Venus pretty high in the twilight right now. It's the brightest object in the west. So you go out, you look west just after sunset. It's the brightest object you see. So Venus is great to see for me. I don't know, we're talking about 9 o'clock, 8:45 to 9:15 p.m. or something like that. That time will vary depending on where you are. And so Venus is this beautiful bright object. Mars has been hanging out above Venus in the western sky, so to the east of Venus. And Venus has been climbing toward Mars, and Venus catches Mars right now. So Mars is a fairly bright object in and of itself. It's not well placed right now to be tremendously bright, but it is certainly an observable object. It's hard to see in the glow of sunset, but binoculars will make this work for you. If you don't see Mars with your naked eye, you can use binoculars to pull this out. So you've been watching Venus. You've been watching Venus get higher in the sky. On the evening of the 12th and on the evening of the 13th, Mars and Venus will be about a half a degree apart. Remember, you hold your finger out. We've done this so many times now. I hope you're good at this. You hold your finger out at arm's length, and that's about a degree, is that angle that your finger covers. So about half of the width of your finger at arm's length will be what separates Venus and Mars on the evenings of the 12th and the 13th. That's really spectacularly close. This is 2 bright planets that close together. It's really something to see. Go out and observe this. Use your binoculars if you need to see. Mars will be the red object very close to Venus in your binocular field of view. Don't think you'll miss it. So go out, take a look at this conjunction, this close passing of Venus and Mars as Venus is moving off this direction. This is a very poor rendition of the sickle of Leo. And we've been practicing identifying the stars of Leo. And now you know what? This is what we do. Now we know the stars of Leo because hopefully you've been out practicing finding the stars in Leo, and you're good at it. And Leo's an old friend, and you can see Venus approaching Regulus, the bright star at the base of the sickle in Leo. Now, on the evening of the 12th, the moon is right there too. It's a beautiful thin crescent moon, going to be just barely less than 10% full. This thin crescent, this is just a wonderful, wonderful evening sky. I hope you have clear skies to go out and see it. So you'll watch the thin crescent moon right here with Venus. I'll kind of be able to see it if I have clear skies, such as the scourge of the project that I do is we take pictures of the same patch of sky every clear night from the end of February to the beginning of October. I don't care what else is going on. If it's clear and it's relatively moon-free, we take pictures of the sky. We take data. And so I'll be taking data. If it's clear, I won't have time to pause and enjoy this scene as much as I wish that I could. I don't know how, that's how you say, well, here's what you say. You say, well, why don't you just take a night off to enjoy it? Just get started a few hours later. And the problem with that is once you do it once, then there's another reason and another reason and another reason and this reason and that reason. And you just have to, if what you want to do is you want to get overwhelmed by data from a single field of view like we want to do, you just have to commit to say, well, we're not going to be distracted. We're not going to get pulled away. We're going to do. That's what our advantage is. We don't have great skies here. We're deep in the atmosphere. And we don't have great equipment. We don't have $1 million equipment or multi-million-dollar equipment. And so what do we have? We have time. We have access. We can get a flood of data, and we can do things we might not be able to do otherwise if we just commit to it. And so anyway, that's a big aside for you right there that I'm sure you didn't want to hear, but you got it right there. But on the evening of the 12th, very thin crescent moon just up and to the right of the fairly bright star Regulus. Again, Regulus, the sickle of Leo is fairly hard to see in the glow of the setting sun over here to the west. But it's a little bit further. It's about 10 degrees that separates Venus and Regulus right here. That's your fist held out at arm's length like that. That's that angle of your fist. And so about 10 degrees separates these. So Regulus is that much further away from the setting sun. So a little bit easier to see the sickle of Leo than it is to see Mars, for example. But the moon's sitting right in here. You draw a line from this star, the next star up, Algebra, if you wish, here in the sickle of Leo, and draw a line down toward Venus. And the moon sits almost on that line. It's going to be just below, just to the left of that line that connects Venus and Algebra up this direction, and that crescent moon. So you have the crescent moon right here, Venus and Regulus, bright star, all making a beautiful appearance on the evening of the 12th. By the evening of the 13th, Venus and Mars are still only separated by about half a degree, about half of a finger's width at arm's length, still making a spectacular pairing. So the 12th or the 13th, either one. By that time, the moon on the 13th has moved over here. The moon's gone from about 9 or 10% full to about 15, 16% full. So you'll notice how much it's filling out at this crescent moon as it moves across the sickle of Leo on the evening of the 13th. So it'll be over here on the evening of the 13th. Remember, there's a triangle up here for the back end of the Leo that we haven't drawn in, that the moon is moving toward. But we've done that many times before. We've watched the moon move through this region of the sky. Again, you can go back and watch those videos and see the moon dancing among the stars of Leo, if you will. But the moon goes from here to here on the 13th. Venus and Mars still separated by about half a degree. Really close, really beautiful. They're going to be beautiful all week. And this is, if you're clear every night of the week and you got the time and you want to go outside and you want to look in your binoculars at Venus and Mars all week long, you will notice by the end of the week, by the time we get to 16th, 17th, 18th, Venus will have moved this direction from Mars, up toward Regulus, up toward Leo, and it will have separated from about a half a degree to 2.5 or approaching 3 degrees. So 5 or 6 times as far. The separation grows by about a factor of 5 or 6 just during this week. We've talked about this before too. We may have talked about this just last week. One of the beauties of watching the night sky, one of the things that we just love to see in the night sky is how constant it is and how subtly it changes. So we're looking for those fun, subtle changes that happen in the night sky on this backdrop of sort of beautiful constancy that's always there, always doing this. And this is one of these examples, one of these weeks where it's easy to see this changing that's going on because of the way Venus and Mars are separating from one another right here. So Venus, Mars, the moon, Regulus, all fantastic this week. I hope you get a chance to get out and see them at least a couple of times. If you missed the 12th and 13th because you're busy or it's cloudy or whatever, going to be good all week. Go out and check anytime during the week to check this pairing of Venus and Mars, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So good luck, everybody. I hope you have a good week and clear skies, and we'll have something new and different for you next week. Actually, it'll be new and kind of the same and kind of different, like the sky. Constancy and subtle changes. Good luck, everybody. Have a great week.